This is the Bacchus temple at Baalbek. They first had to drink wine, and then they came into the temple and worshipped. Now this was a fertility worshipping place. So they were drunk with the wine of Babylon and Rome, and then they experienced sensual worship. But that's not all. There's such a lot to speak about this place. For instance, this Bacchus temple is built on a foundation. And here you've got footage of the foundation. Modern machinery and cranes cannot move the stuff. Now, there is a tradition here from the religious church in this area that in the year 133 after creation, Cain built an edifice here. Now, I cannot buy the fact that Cain built it here, but I can accept the fact that this is a pre-flood situation. When the Romans came and built here, they built on a foundation, and we looked at some of the stones. I mean, 800 tons, 800 tons, and 800 tons. And at the quarry, you've got 1,500 tons. So I believe this is pre-flood. And one source I recorded was from the book Patriarchs and Prophets, where the author says that before the flood, 7 generations lived contemporaneously. They communicated to one another, and there was no writing before the flood. So you don't find any inscriptions here telling you about this site. You get it at Nineveh and Babylon, but not here. This convinces me that this is pre-antediluvians. They built here, and I think God left some evidence here to just give us an idea what people before the flood managed to do concerning building. People came here to worship. You know, we have a desire to worship. And there's an enemy that wants to take your worship in a wrong direction. You want to see what you worship. But God cannot reduce himself to an object that you can feel or smell. God has to be worshipped in faith. He's too big to be reduced to pillars and Baalbek objects. So may I invite you to transcend your maybe sensual worship and see the unseen Creator God who cares about you and me. May your study concerning Baalbek take you back to a time when there were giants. There's a gate here, 12 feet high. Now, according to the source I consult, Adam was 12 feet high. And on top of that, there were giants as well, bigger than Adam. And I believe these giants were so strong, they could move these huge stones that you're looking at. And they built an edifice here, a marvelous place. The flood did not destroy it. It left some objects here for us to look at it. May God help us to study the Word and worship the unseen Creator God, and not Bacchus, the temple we're standing at. Or Jupiter over there with its 6 columns still standing, and the others are broken. These foundations that they built are broken, they are ruins. We've got to build on the safe foundation. That foundation is Christ. If you build on Him, your foundation will never disappoint you or be shaken. God bless you, my dear friend.